Assessment of risk and its impact in construction projects using management tools. Project members are Krishnan, D. Loganathan, B. Balachander, guided by Mr. Parthiban, ME. The construction industry are associated with a high degree of risk due to the complex nature of the construction process. The research in this paper is part of a comprehensive research study to analyze and evaluate the different risks in construction site. This paper presents the study findings regarding the process of using of risk assessment techniques and tools for determining its impact on construction cost and schedule performance ratings. Project Management Institute defines project risk as an uncertain event or condition and that it occurs as positive or negative effect on at least one project objective. Such project risk management includes the process concerned with conducting risk management planning, identification, analysis, responses, and monitoring and control on a project. Most of these processes are updated throughout the project as time, cost, scope, or quality. The scope of this paper was to test and understand the impact of using the risk assessment on project performance, to eliminate the technical risk for future based on survey, to quantify the relation between the risk in construction project, create the multi-factors model for risk in project, to finding the risk related problems in projects, to estimate the relation with the factors and predicting the individual influence of factors for risk related problems in project. Need for study. Identify the major impacts and the role of major risk in construction works. Effective construction project risk management skills are required if the projects are to be completed within the established timeline to meet cost limitations and quantify requirements. There are many reasons for using risk management, but the main reason is that it can provide significant benefits far in excess of the cost of performing. Study of literature related to risk analysis and risk management capabilities. Preparation of questionnaire. Site visit to major construction project sites. Questionnaire survey and personal interviews with in-charges and managers and collection of data from site. Analyzing the questionnaire. Qualitative analysis of data obtained from site and to identify the root cause. Remedial measures to be suggested and the present data to be recorded for future reference. Conclusions, recommendations and suggestions for future study. Flowchart of methodology. Scope of the work. Literature survey. Identifying a list of risk factors on projects. Develop a strategy on potential risk divided into creative model based on the factors identified, preparing questionnaires and feedback, compare different options, results and conclusions. Questionnaire structure. The questionnaire survey is divided into two parts. The first part consists of general information like type of company, experience, value of their project, etc. And the second part consists of the construction risk factors for evaluation. Risk factors. Financial risk, legal risk, management risk, market risk, policy and political risk, technical risk, environmental risk, risk along non-safety. Risk rating. A Likert scale of 1.5 was used in this questionnaire. A Likert scale is a type of psychometric response scale often used in questionnaires and is the most widely used scale in survey research. When responding to a Likert questionnaire item, respondents specify their level of agreement to a statement. The respondents were required to indicate the relative criticality, effectiveness of each of the probability of risk factors and their impact to the management. 1, which is very low impact, 2, low impact, 3, average impact, 4, high impact, 5, very high impact. Model questionnaire. Model questionnaire. Bar charts showing ranking of risk factors. Financial risk. Loss due to fluctuation of inflation rate, loss due to fluctuation of interest rate, loss due to rise in fuel prices, bankruptcy of project partner, loss due to fluctuation of interest rate, low credibility of shareholders and lenders, changes in bank formalities and regulations. This is about the management risk. This bar graph is about the market risk, that is competition from other companies, fall short of expected income from project, increase of labor cost, unfairness in tendering, local protectionism, inadequate forecast about market demand, increase of materials price. This chart is about technical risk. This bar graph is about legal risk. Improper verifications of contract documents, breach of contract by project partner, lack arbitrations clause in agreement, lack of enforcement of legal judgment, uncertainty and unfairness of court justice. This is about political risk. Cost increases due to changes of government policies, loss due to vacancy of late approvals, loss incurred due to corruption and bribery, loss incurred due to political changes. This is about environmental risk. Any impact on the environment due to other project, healthy working environment for the workers, any adverse impact on project due to climatic conditions. Top 10 risks. Loss due to fluctuation of inflation rate, shortage of skillful workers, material shortage, competition from other companies, time constraint, subcontractor related problems, improper verification of contract documents, cost increase due to changes of government policies, adverse impact on project due to climatic conditions, increase of materials price. Conclusions. Shortage of skillful workers is the major risk faced by almost all the construction projects. The skilled workers are migrating between companies very often due to the high demand in the market. And also, huge vacuum is created by the workers who move to Middle East countries where they are offered very high packages when compared to India. Since real estate, construction sector are on the boom side, construction companies are moved to make profit as soon as possible in current wave itself. But this creates tremendous pressure to the workers to complete the project in a very short span. This time constant risk prevails in all the survey. Subcontractor related risks are also high, since most of the subcontractors are not able to meet the standards of the main contractor and the client due to the size of work. Thus, from the above points, the management risk has been found to be the critical risk from this survey. Delay in the project is also one of the main risks, but this delay is looped with various other factors and risk directly or indirectly. The risk of competition from other companies constitutes major problem to the small and medium-sized companies. Due to the policy of the Indian government that 100% FDI is allowed in the construction sector, which allowed foreign companies to enter the market, created a stiff competition to the local companies both technically and financially. Inflation rate is very high in India and increasing proportionately with time. This causes the increase in price of materials like cement, steel, which in turn causes financial risk to the land developers and construction firms. Banks have also raised their interest rates for the loan given by them. This have affected the residential construction market hugely. Thus, the financial part of risk is very high than any other risk. Few suggestions to the companies. Risk management should be considered a primary tool to assess the project. From the survey, we can understand that risk managers is not followed in most of the companies as such, but if followed, also it is not done systematically. Immediate mitigation measures are not in place of a risk event happens. During the planning stage itself, fully fledged risk assessment about the project should be made as an effective measure to curb risks. Financial part of the risk is a global phenomena and this risk should be handled carefully using financial consultants since this cannot be handled by engineers alone. Most of the company's management follow top to down approach which is a traditional approach, but down to approach should be followed so that the employees' voices are heard.